Hello, everyone. This is Jerome Waddle. And as you may know, I've been reading Scrutinies from Jung's Red Book on this channel. The real title of the Red Book is Liber Novus, which means new book, where Jung, using his active imagination, contacts and examines various aspects of his psyche within and discovers a menagerie of competing entities inherent in the psyche structure. He realized that the new task of modern humankind was for each individual to cultivate awareness and discernment by first realizing that these competing entities in the psyche exist and have consequences. Second, to face and accept the fact that these entities are within you and to learn how to discern them. And third, to take action to observe, recognize, and reconcile them as it affects your individual navigation and success through life. Today's first reading is about what Jung originally wrote about self-acceptance, addressing the Christian viewpoint. The second reading is a version of the first reading, stripped of the Christian references. The message conveyed can be read as being non-sectarian and universal. The first reading on self-acceptance. The acceptance of oneself is the essence of the whole moral problem and the epitome of a whole outlook on life. That I feed the hungry, that I forgive an insult, that I love my enemy in the name of Christ. All these are undoubtedly great virtues. What I do unto the least of my brethren, that I do unto Christ. But what if I should discover that the least among them all, the poorest of all the beggars, the most impotent of all the offenders, the very enemy himself, that these are within me, and that I myself stand in need of the alms of my own kindness, that I myself am the enemy who must be loved. What then? As a rule, the Christian's attitude is then reversed. There is no longer any question of love or long-suffering. We say to the brother within us, Raka, and condemn and rage against ourselves. We hide it from the world. We refuse to admit ever having met this least among the lowly in ourselves. The second reading on self-acceptance, modified from Jung's original version. That I feed the hungry, forgive an insult, and love my enemy. These are great virtues. But what if I should discover that the poorest of the beggars and most impotent of offenders are all within me, and that I stand in need of the alms of my own kindness, that I myself am the enemy who must be loved? What then? Thanks for listening. And yes, once we come to this deeper realization, what then? As usual, your comments are welcomed. And stay tuned for the next reading from Scrutinies in the Red Book that has Jung's original version of the 7 Sermons to the Dead. Thank you.